Hello and welcome to From No Crypto to No Crypto, Cryptocurrency Podcast. This is Blockchain Wayne bringing you the next episode, brought to you today by Concierge Club, mobile private key wallet and point of sale solution, helping to make cryptocurrency mainstream. Let's take a look at the market update today. As you know, the title of my episode yesterday was Bitcoin is Dead. Bitcoin is currently sitting right over 6,500, up about 3%. Most of the market is in green compared to 24 hours ago. So unless you're holding Ethereum Classic, which is a different story I'm going to talk about when I get to crypto education. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. But first of all, let's have a moment of silence for Bitcoin, which has now died. All right. So in all seriousness, doing some research today, it looks like Bitcoin has now died 306 times. And I say died in quotation marks because it is what it is. That's what the news media has said, 306 times between December 2010 and now. So what the media that publishes these articles don't realize that Bitcoin has value because it has demand. And it has demand because people are realizing more every day that the current system is flawed in a big way, and anything that's in demand can have value. So the demand right now is for a more transparent system without corruption. So they're saying Bitcoin has died. Bitcoin has not died. I can guarantee you that. We may be in a bear market, but Bitcoin is not dead. Bull markets, bear markets, they exist. Currently in a bear market waiting for a breakup, but until then, the bear is prevalent. All right, so moving along, Nick Tomeno, who is a longtime Coinbase employee who now runs a crypto venture fund, which is backed by big name investors Mark Cuban and Mark Andreessen. Now that alone, just take a listen to that, right? Mark Cuban has bashed cryptocurrencies in the past, and apparently he's seen the light of day of what's happened as he is backing a crypto venture fund. But anyway, back to the story. Nick Tomeno is basically saying things are looking up. And I'm going to give you a quote. So one of the things that he's quoted as saying is, one of the things I've learned is a lot of people in crypto tend to focus too much on public perception and press. In the last year, I've learned that stuff isn't that important. We're interested in solving problems for the existing crypto community, and that's why we're focused on 4 categories of investment. So that's his quote. I'm going to go through and give you the 4 categories of investment. Number 1, stablecoin companies like MakerDAO and Basis. They're products the crypto world really wants and needs, especially given some of the problems that Tether has. Stable coins are designed to be non-volatile, which a lot of those you're going to see used in a payment platform more and more, because you want to have that constant conversion rate where you know the value is consistent. Number 2 is marketplaces in general, including those that help with staking, such as Tezos and Vest. Now, those are 2 cryptocurrency where you put up a balance of tokens in order to help validate transactions, where the blockchain uses proof of stake. It's a way of validating the transaction. So number 3 is scalable solutions, especially a company called Bloxroute, which was developed by blockchain experts at Cornell University. And basically, Bloxroute is working on improving the internet. So, and then number 4 is decentralized exchange, markets to buy and sell cryptocurrency that don't rely on a central server or operator. And he goes on to say, I see a world in 5 or 10 years when Bitcoin is widely used store of value and is the digital gold, and Ethereum is the most widely used crypto platforms, and where Ether is the digital oil. So think about those terms there. Also, in 5 years, Bitcoin and Ethereum will lead the way, and a lot of the cryptocurrencies you hear a lot about in the top 20 of CoinMarketCap aren't likely to be around. Now, that could definitely be the case. A lot of the prices and values you see on cryptocurrency right now is based on speculation. Some of those cryptocurrencies don't even have a working product. So as you look to invest, if you're looking to buy and hold cryptocurrency and not day trade it, if you just want to buy an investment to hold, make sure you understand the technology behind it and where is that company at in their infrastructure and what have they implemented. So moving along, and in other news today, so speaking with CNBC on Wednesday, the Pantera Capital CEO has a simple message for Bitcoin investors selling into a market that has already experienced a 67% decline from its all-time high. 2 simple words, everyone: stop overreacting. The main thing to remember is that Bitcoin is at an early stage venture, but has real-time price feed, and that's unique. So people get excited about the price and overreact. Who said Moorhead, whose investment firm, Pantera, they announced this earlier in the month. They have a lifetime return of 10,000%. Definitely know what they're talking about. Been looking at cryptocurrency for a while. I've mentioned before, current price is mostly irrelevant unless you're looking to buy or sell today. Other than that, we see where the long-term picture of this thing is going. So next in the news today, Bitcoin trading platform BitMEX announced today that they hit 1 million BTC in daily volume. It's the second time they've done that. They saw 1,027,214 Bitcoin contracts traded for the day, worth approximately 6.6 billion at current exchange rate. So that is huge for BitMEX. It shows that they're growing even in this bear market. BitMEX has become a popular exchange for some people that like to be able and open up contracts, whether they can go in and long and short on Bitcoin. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you've studied and trained on doing that, because it is a lot more volatile. You could lose a lot more money in shorting and longing cryptocurrencies versus just buying and selling the actual asset. Binance is also in the news today. Binance, which is the largest cryptocurrency exchange, released a YouTube video today giving a sneak peek at their decentralized exchange that's in the works. So trading decentralized cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange has been a pain point for many, and Binance is jumping in the game on that. So far, the best decentralized exchange that I've seen and personally used, I've used a few of them, would be the Waves platform, but curious to see what Binance has coming out. Now, in other news, Binance is also getting some lashback. Today, they're the largest exchange, so it tops global trading volume. They are reportedly trying to charge someone 400 BTC, 400 Bitcoin, to list a token on its platform. So if you do the math at current rates, that's $2.6 million. And that's according to Christopher Franco, who is the co-founder of a blockchain platform, Expands, after he submitted a listing request to the exchange this month. So support staff at Binance is claiming certain information had come from a spoofed email. Looking at Christopher Franco's reply to that, it came from Binance.com. So either Binance is lying to save face, someone has hacked their servers and sending emails out from it, or he has a rogue employee. So in response to Binance's claim that was a spoofed email, Franco basically said it's Binance's right to do so, and they can do whatever they want. But he also said, why deny it? Just own it. And yes, it's expensive, but why lie? Why you always lying? All right, so moving along, Salt, which is one of the earliest cryptocurrency-backed lending providers, has announced this week it was expanding into 20 more states in the U.S. That brings it total to 35 market penetration, 35 states across America. Alone, that's impressive, because you got to think every state has their own regulations for lending platforms, lending companies. Incorporating cryptocurrency and becoming legal within all of those states is a huge accomplishment. It's even bigger in the current bear market. That's a huge deal. Salt is also one of my long-term holds because it has a working product, and it's one that I'm currently working on. So Salt loans are and will be structured within laws, regulations, and guidelines that are provided by each jurisdiction, and the loan is offered. So that's a huge deal to be able to do that. So moving along, let's see. Let's talk now. I talked a little bit. Crypto education is going to be short tonight. So let's talk about Ethereum Classic. So I mentioned earlier, a lot of the cryptocurrencies are in the green right now over the last 24-hour period, except for Ethereum Classic. So today's topic is going to be very short. And I've mentioned this in past episodes, but it's a simple trading concept of buy the hype, sell the news. You want to make sure that you are, when you hear of something coming with the cryptocurrency or their platform or their technology, there's a lot of hype behind it. You will start to see the price start to spike. You either get in there or don't get in at all, because if you got to get in before the actual news hits, because once the hype is over and the news hits, the hype in Ethereum Classic, which I'm referring to, is Coinbase has been talking for a while about it being able to add it to their platform. So we saw the price rise and rise and rise. And what happened is whenever it hit the exchange, it tanked. The news hit, it was there, it actually happened, and the sell-off happened, and we saw Ethereum Classic dip. So with that being said, just remember that when you hear hype about something, if you're catching the news late and missing out on the hype and a cryptocurrency has already run up a good 10, 20, or even 30%, I would be cautious about entering at that point. It's not going to take off once it hits. Once that news actually happens, there's typically a sell-off for people that bought with the intention of leveraging that rise in price. So make sure you pay attention to that. Remember, buy the hype, sell the news, right? Or buy the rumor, sell the news. You also hear that said. So when the rumor's out, it's done. When the news hits or the actual event's going to happen, you want to look and have an exit plan to cash out your profits on those. So that is it for our cryptocurrency podcast today. Thank you for joining. As always, all the news articles that are referenced in this podcast can be found on our Facebook page under the same name, From No Crypto to No Crypto. So please take a chance, take a look at it, give us some feedback on our Facebook page. Also, if you're looking to learn a little bit more about how to get started on cryptocurrency, we do have a book on Amazon that's for sale. It's called same name as this podcast as well, From No Crypto to No Crypto. It's a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency. It's a very short, little over 40-page read, but it gives you the basics of getting started. And that's not everything you're going to know to be able to, to be confident in all your buying and selling and trading, but it's a start, and it shows you where to go from there. Gives you a basic roadmap for anyone looking to either get started in cryptocurrency, or maybe you've been in it a little while and looking for some information on how to increase your knowledge. So that's it for episode today. Thank you all for listening. Until next episode, we'll see you then.